approach to communication. Concept mapping is a technique that represents information visually, and it is useful in translating complex ideas into easy to understand visual diagrams. If somebody asks you uh, in academic inspection that why you are stressing this much on concept map, so this should be your answer, that translating complex ideas into easy to understand visual diagrams. So it can be used to create advanced organizers of information in a visual way. It's not primitive organizing of information. It's an advanced organizers of information in a visual way. So what are the key characteristics of a concept map? Number one, not all diagrams that have words and phrases inside node are concept map. Please remember, this is very important. Not all diagrams are concept maps. Concept maps have specific characteristics that distinguish themselves from other diagrams that used to represent knowledge. So concept map must have, क्या हो सकता है उसमें अंदर क्या है? Number one ingredient, nodes. Nodes होने चाहिए. Nodes are the circles or the boxes, or you can say squares, that represent a concept or an idea. So nodes are the circles or the boxes that represent a concept or an idea. Nodes may vary in size according to their hierarchy on the map, और आप color code भी use कर सकते हो. For level 0 a different color, for level 1 different color for boxes or squares, level 2 different, level 3 different color. So color coding or various sizes of the nodes according to the hierarchy. So more general nodes at the top, map may be bigger than the more specific of concepts in different domains. So cross links भी है, जैसे हमने देखा वो those horizontal stuff and all this. Cross links. The relationships between these different domains of knowledge are also shown with cross links. Sometimes there are two major concepts and there are cross links because these two different concepts are not distant knowledge islands. There are sometimes, suppose you are teaching one subject where you are taking Zener diode and you are taking another kind of diode. So Zener diode is a different stuff, another diode is different, but there are cross links also. There is a cross link possibility. I'm just giving an example which is just coming up to my mind. You can have different, like if you are teaching machine design in electrical engineering, that AC machine and DC machine and the stator part and the rotor part, and so you may have a different concept map for a stator, you may have different concept map for a rotor, but there may exist cross links. The relationship between these different domains of knowledge can be shown using cross links. It is possible, it is very much possible. Number 3 important ingredient, linking words or linking phrases. If it contains more than a word, sometimes a word is enough, sometimes more than a word is enough, is required. So that's why we use them linking phrases. They describe the type of relationships between two concepts. So what are the relationships between these two concepts? They appear on the line connecting them. So concept map जो है वो bubble के अंदर लिखा जाता है, लेकिन जिसको हम connector बोलते हैं, with the stuff which we call linking words or linking phrases, they appear on the line connecting them. Next, hierarchical structure. Usually concept maps are organized hierarchically. This means the most general and inclusive concepts are placed at the top of the map. Those that are more specific are positioned below them. जैसे जैसे वो progressively, when they becomes more and more and more specific, they take the downward hierarchical trends or downward hierarchical positions. Accordingly, hierarchical concept maps are read from top to bottom. However, the structure of concept map is not limited to hierarchy. It could take a free form approach also. What is a free form approach? Starting from the center and spreading outwards. I repeat. So there are two. One is hierarchical structure. The another one is horizontal, you can say. So hierarchical, if you call them vertical, though not appropriate, but anyway, if you call hierarchical the vertical one, there is a horizontal also. So it's called free form approach. And this free form approach requires a good level of intellect. So if you give this assignment maybe next time to your students in laboratory to experiment with, uh, uh, there are some students who comes up with this free form from approach, starting from the center and spreading outwards. So there is a propositional structure. A concept map illustrates a set of meaningful propositions about a topic. So propositions are, जैसे every two concepts, sometimes more than two also, that we already discussed. I already discussed those level 0, level 1, level 2 and level 3. Along with the linking phrases, form a meaningful sentence also known as proposition. That's what we call proposition. So if a proposition is not coming out, if a meaningful sentence is not coming out, as I said, yes, you need to rethink over the way you have represented your concept map. For example, like relationships and connectors and linking words are connected by linking are represented by. So this we have discussed. So same, that whether it is making a meaningful sentence or a proposition or not. If it is not making a proposition, please revisit your concept map. Now, what is the main focal point? So it's the focus question. A concept map should be woven around focus question. What is the problem or the issue the concept map seeks to resolve? What is that point? What is that objective? What is that main concept? What is that fundamental? What is that main idea which you really want to represent? The better the focus question, the richer the concept map will be. If your focus question is not better, if it is not well thought out, if it is not well drafted, well crafted, then your concept map will not be richer. But if your focus question is well drafted, well crafted, well thought out, then your concept map. So when you start with your students for certain topic, like you are teaching certain subjects in engineering, sometimes you feel that this should be the focus question. But when the majority, like you form some students group, and when the students groups actually comes up with certain ill drafted concept map, you as a faculty or you as an instructor, you may feel that yes, my choice of concept map, my main focus question is not appropriate because the concept maps are not coming the way I thought out them to be. So, and then there is a possibility that there are certain minor concepts whom you thought that ये main होना चाहिए. So it may happen. So there is a assimilation theory from Ausubels. So Ausubels assimilation theory concept map जो है, it is based on this theory. So ये theory क्या कहती है? Now this assimilation theory is very simple. वो ये कहती है that you can get a new knowledge can be learned effectively by linking it to what is already known. So from the existing knowledge, new knowledge can be derived easily, can be learned effectively. So this theory is built around the fact that I can acquire new knowledge effectively by linking what is already known to me. So I may know the terminology for one topic or the keywords for one topic. That's all. I do not know much. I do not know the relationships as a student, as a learner. So I can try making a concept map and I can learn something more than what is already known. Because what do you know? You only know keywords or you only know the terminology part. But you do not know what is the relationships among those keywords, how they are arranged, what does they convey, what is the underground or the hidden message between these technological words or phrases. So concept map can help you assimilate that. So that's why Ausubel's assimilation theory says that it is built that new knowledge can be learned effectively by linking what is already known. So concept maps are seen as a methodological tool of this theory. So this theory may have other stuff also, but this is a methodological tool for that. So now your main question, in Hindi we call it Yaksh Prashna, how to draw a concept map. Because you all are academicians, and in fact you are some of the finest brains the technical education department in Gujarat have. But you will say, yes, it sounds interesting, but how can I make a concept map? क्योंकि पहले आप अपने पे बनाओगे, अपने साथ बनाओगे, then you will say your students or your learning community that let us have an experiment with concept map. So you can either draw a concept map on a piece of paper or on a concept mapping software. There are certain softwares also. That name will pop up my mind, and I'll just tell you that name. Either way, stick to the following steps when you are drawing a concept map. So please be very attentive now, because I am going to make you understand or rather convince that how to proceed with drawing a concept map. Step number one, pick a topic. Now this says the first step is to identify a topic you need to study with your concept map. Please identify the topic. Now this can be an idea or a question or an issue. जैसे कि somebody can ask you, search engine क्या है? Yeah, somebody can ask you, Google क्या है? What is Google? That's all. This is a question. जैसे आपके घर में अगर आपके फादर है जो he is not very much technology driven, so he may ask you a question, simple question. What is a Google? That's all. He is not very much technology driven person. Or sometimes some issue, or sometimes a central idea. So first you need to identify that what is your central idea. आप स्टूडेंट्स को क्या डिलीवर करना चाहते हो? What is your central idea? आप और अदर स्टूडेंट ने कुछ पूछ लिया, या आप you can read 3 pages and then you can find that yes, these 3 pages are regarding the law of thermodynamics, but that is the central question, and you can make a concept map based on that. So जैसे कि you are interested in search engine optimization. So what is search engine optimization? We'll see that. Ista concept map is part of my presentation also. So we'll enjoy that. Number two, step number two. Step number one, pick a topic. That's all. But please spend enough time to pick the topic or a focused question or a question. Do a quick brainstorm. So please do a quick brainstorm. So what are the facts, ideas, concepts that come to your mind when you think about this topic? My battery is low. It has given me a message. So just give me 8 to 10 seconds where I make sure that my device has so my uh, uh, 10 seconds power break is over and I'm back. So do a quick brainstorm. So what are the ideas, concepts, themes, queries that pops up your mind when you think about this topic? And jot down them. Note down these as you brainstorm around the topic you have selected. And please remember, when these themes, queries, words, ideas come to your mind, don't write long sentences. Don't fill your page with multiple words. Remember to keep these as concise as possible. Please try to see that You are as concise as possible. This is very important. So you can jot down a lot of stuff will come to your mind for that concept, for that idea, themes, queries, terminological words, and all this. They may come, and you just jot down each one of them, and then try to be sure that they are as concise as possible. You may have to make them concise, because okay, half four words are coming to your mind, but are they concise? Make them concise. That's step number 2. What is step number 3? Start to draw the concept map. You please start to draw the concept map. So it's recommended to start a concept map from the top and develop it downward. Or you can put down your topic at the center and expand it outward. Free form approach. So you can either take the hierarchical approach or you can take the free form approach. Either way, make sure that the central topic stands out, like from the rest. So different color you can use, or a bigger node you can make, so that you don't see, you should not get lost out, because sometimes when you make a hierarchical stuff, तो central रहेगा, but if you are taking a free form approach, there are chances that your central topic, your focus question may get lost out. So please try to use a bigger node or a different color node to represent that. Connect the concepts. So now it's time to connect them, what you have brainstormed on the central topic and to each other. Now remember, the more important the idea, the closer it should be to the top or the center. And this will help you. This line will actually help you to redraw a lot of stuff. Because if the idea is more important, it should be closer. If it is less important, it should be farther. If it is more lesser important, then it should be farther. As you identify these connections, put down the linking words or phrases to indicate the relationships. Now you are putting bubbles, you are putting those squares or boxes, and you are writing words inside them. Now it's time to make the relationships. So how am I going to indicate the relationships between these two concepts? जिसको आप जोड़ने की, you are just trying to connect them. So please now start putting those connectors, those linking words or linking phrases. Now once the direct connections between concepts have been identified, now you are clear with direct, you look for cross links also that link together concepts from different areas or domains. So there are chances that there are certain stuff, there are certain concepts which has got cross links, or there are certain cross links for which you will find the concepts. So you may feel that yes, this is my cross link, but where will it get applicable? So that's where you try to find out the cross links. So number 1, concepts, sub-concepts, sub-concepts, then the hierarchical placement, then connectors, and then cross links. And once this is done, anything missing, so now you scrutinize what you have created to make sure that you haven't missed anything and that the relationship you have identified makes sense. Now this is very important. 8, nothing is left out. For that particular topic, for that particular subject, for that particular concept, theme, for that particular central idea or focus question, nothing is left out. That is number 1. Number 2, the relationships which you have represented using connectors or linking phrases, they make sense. If they are not making sense, something is wrong. Something is missing. Something is misrepresented or ill-represented. Please be careful. So this is how you will draw the concept map. Now, because we are professionals, we'll say, okay, we know what is a concept map, we know how to draw it, we know the ingredients, we know the characteristics, fine, done. What are the main advantages of concept map? So number 1, It helps students and individuals to brainstorm and generate new ideas because assimilation theory says, Ausubel's assimilation theory, that I can create new ideas from the existing one. I can create or I can derive or draw new set of knowledge from the existing set of knowledge or information. So that's what is called brainstorming. Brainstorming. If you really want uh, your students to brainstorm for a focal question or for a central topic, this is one of the finest, believe me, this is one of the finest method we have. Second advantage, encouraging students and individuals to discover new concepts and propositions that connect them. So they will come up with really good uh, ideas, new concepts, and propositions also. Those sentences which are making meaningful meanings. It allows individuals and students to clearly communicate ideas, thoughts, and information. It helps integrate new concepts with older concepts. This is very important. People who are teaching object-oriented programming and people who are just trying to connect the older concepts of object-oriented programming with Java virtual machine, or they just want to connect this Java growth and then that with Python. So perhaps concept map is one of the best way to integrate these to new concepts with the older ones, enabling students or individuals to gain enhanced knowledge of any topic and then evaluate information. Now this is very important. As a faculty, you can say that whatever I have taught in the class and I have made my students to draw the concept maps in laboratory after their lab work is over, 2 hours of lab, in 1 hour they have finished the lab work, then you can tell them that okay, we discussed this topic in class in a conventional way, that teaching learning stuff, can you make the concept map? And when they map the concept map, you can evaluate, you can also evaluate your teaching this, because there, if the clarity is coming up, you can say that yes, they have digested. If the clarity is not coming up, you can really revisit the same topic one more time to make those fundamentals or those main technological points clear or clearer rather. So there are certain advantages like it allows deep learning, collaborative learning. Yes, through this they can collaborate. They can collaborate with each other, and at varying intellect level, students can collaborate, and they can really come up with very good concept maps and understanding. They can retain knowledge. What are the disadvantages? Yes, it always comes with a pinch of salt. So time is needed for setting and explaining clear assessment criteria to both students and assessors. You need time. You need to invest time because it's an assessment tool also, and it's a representation tool also. Individual feedback can be time consuming solution. So what you need to do is you need to spend enough time interacting with those individuals, and you need specialized educators, people who really enjoy, whose own fundamentals are very good, people who can come up with the idea of concept map, or people who can empower their students to draw concept maps. The person themselves, the educators, the faculty community, the fraternity need to be quite inclined. Uh, so let us visit this search engine optimization. It's a quantum jump from what we were discussing, advantages and disadvantages. So what is a search engine optimization? So please be with me. So basically, what is a search engine? So Google is a search engine. Okay. So what is a Google? अब तो वो कंपनी है. Is it visible? No, no. आपको मतलब can you make your voice bit louder so that I can hear you? Yes. Yes, yes. I know that. I'll read it for you. I'll share the slides so at that time you can, yes. Because search engine optimization itself is so big topic. So representing them in one slide itself is a challenge. So that's why the fonts have to be made very small. So, but before I start with search engine optimization, let me tell you, there were two PhD students in Stanford. Their names were Larry Page and Sergey Brin. Now we know them, but they were just PhD students. And they thought that can we make search engine? And the first name उन्होंने जो सोचा था वो it was not Google, it was Backrub. So one fine morning, their professors, their PhD guide actually uh, called them. They said, actually, what do you want to do? Because they were struggling with kya kare, kya na kare kind of. So they said, we want to download the whole internet. Please listen to this story very carefully. So, and please remember, this is not the first search engine. There were many search engine earlier also, but this is the most successful from those days. And when Google, so Google, and I hope Parma Sahib કદાચ last માં પણ આપણે વાત કરી હતી. Google, GOOGLE is basically based on word called Google. It's a mathematical term, GOOGOL. I repeat, GOOGOL. And these two PhD scholars were actually working in Bill Gates building. So Bill Gates actually donated uh, a good sum of money to all these four colleges. एक तो हार्वर्ड में जहां पे वो स्टूडेंट था और ड्रॉप आउट था, एक स्टैनफोर्ड में, एक यूसी बर्कली में, एंड इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग फोर्थ येल. तो बिल गेट्स जब उसके पास पैसे आए माइक्रोसॉफ्ट बना के, तो उसने ही डोनेटेड अ ह्यूज सम्स ऑफ मनी टू erect building and infrastructure facilities, civil as well as computing infrastructure facilities. I repeat, civil as well as computing infrastructure facilities to these four colleges. Three, I am very sure. One, UC Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley. Number two, Stanford University. Number three, Harvard, where he was a college student and a dropout. And fourth, if I am not making a mistake, Yale. So कंप्यूटर टाइप बिल्डिंग था, विलियम हेनरी गेट्स थर्ड के नाम से वो बिल्डिंग, उस बिल्डिंग के एक रूम में ये बच्चे काम कर रहे थे, दो पीएचडी स्कॉलर्स, लैरी पेज एंड सर्जी ब्रिन. सो दे सेड वी जस्ट वांट टू डाउनलोड द होल. सो उसके अंदर फिर पेज रेंट एल्गोरिथम. सो if there is a page which is being liked or linked with by 1000 links, and if there is a page, और वो जो 1000 links है वो हर एक की अपनी दो दो लिंक है, लेकिन there is another page which is being linked by only 17 pages, but each of the 17 pages has more than 300 or average 350 links. तो किसको पेज रेंट ज्यादा देना है? So that is called page rent algorithm. So I can only make search engine optimization effective if my page rent algorithm is very good. So it's a holy matrimony between these two main idea. One, search engine optimization. Second, page rent algorithm. And please remember, page rent algorithm is the patented stuff with this Google, and it has got more than 300 parameters. With four parameters, page rent 4 parameters, I took 2 days in a workshop to make this algorithm. Only 4 parameters. Larry Page and Sergey Brin made this algorithm based on this mathematical stuff, 300 plus parameters. And it's a patented stuff, all this. Okay, but ये computer की बात है, I should not waste your time and energy. Anyway, so they thought how to effectively implement it. So they said, fine, इसको ऐसे करते हैं. Then they said, कैसे नाम रखेंगे? So Google, Googol is a mathematical term. It said 1 followed by 100 zeros. Or mathematically I can say 10 raised to 10 raised to 10. I repeat, 10 raised to 10 raised to 10. Same stuff, 1 followed by 100 zeros. और that's why Google के जो आप नीचे जाओ तो बहुत सारे O या zeros आपको मिलेंगे. So they actually formed this, and actually they made it a subject. So you will find a lot many books on search engine optimization now, because and that's why they won the Turing Award. So Turing Award is equivalent to Nobel Prize in computing. I repeat, Turing Award is equivalent to Nobel Prize in computing, and actually they are awarded this not because they are a successful entrepreneur, because of this पेज रैंक एल्गोरिथम फंडामेंटल्स. नोबेल भी फंडामेंटल्स के लिए दिया जाता है, ट्यूरिंग अवार्ड भी जो है वो फंडामेंटल रिसर्च के लिए दिया जाता है. सो पेज रैंक एल्गोरिथम, एंड दैट्स व्हाई द सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन is the secret source and for which they are being awarded Turing Award. Anyway, so ये छोटा सा आपके लिए फीलर था. Search engine optimization includes websites. Search engine optimization includes websites, should be user friendly. Website should be user friendly and should have responsive design. Search engine optimization includes content marketing. Content marketing is all about quality content. Quality content in the form of website copies. Optimize website copies, optimize for keywords. तो अगर मैं पहले से पढ़ना शुरू करूं तो मैं ऐसे पढ़ूंगा. हालांकि I cannot read the whole stuff, but I'll read bits and pieces for you, so that the font issue gets solved. Search engine optimization includes content marketing, is all about quality content in the form of website copies optimized for keywords. Or I can read, search engine optimization includes content marketing, is all about quality content in the form of website copies and blog posts optimized for keywords. That's all. Search engine optimization tools are Google Analytics. Google Analytics helps track website traffic. That's all. Very small sentence. Level number 3 and level number 4. Google Analytics helps track website traffic. As search engine optimization tools are Screaming Frog, helps to technical website audit. Search engine optimization includes link building, is about acquiring hyperlinks from other sites. Link building can be done naturally through link worthy content generates backlinks. और मैं ऐसे भी पढ़ सकता हूं दूसरा सेंटेंस, link building can be done manually through outreach helps get backlinks. That's all. और I can ऐसे भी पढ़ सकता हूं, social media marketing can start with a Facebook page helps build brand. और social media marketing can start with a YouTube channel helps get subscribers. So that's one way. I can also read like this. Search engine optimization includes content marketing, is all about quality content in the form of blog post. That's all. I can read like search engine optimization can be made easy with SEO tools or Google Analytics and Streaming Frog. So this is various ways of reading the concept map. So it's a technological stuff, and because it's computing, so I thought a slide for that. So any query now? Any query?
Sir, it was not the, I think, hierarchical approach, but centrally this search engine optimization is written and it is graded in all directions.
Yes. So what you are suggesting is
Some kind of
इसका free form approach होना चाहिए. That's what you are suggesting. Instead of hierarchy, it should be free form approach.
Free form of approach.
Yes. Yes, it can have that also. But do remember that when you go for free form approach, you require higher level of intellect. आप कभी try करके देखिए. free from approach actually, क्योंकि hierarchy is more visually convincing. I don't want to say that free from कभी लेना ही नहीं चाहिए, but the person, अगर आप, if you have just started with concept mapping, initially your, it's my personal advice, initially you should draw concept map using hierarchy or structure, because, and once you get acquainted with 4 or 5 concept maps, then for topic like this, क्योंकि आप समझिए सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग का अलग के कंसेप्ट मैप बन सकता है, लिंक बिल्डिंग इज अ अलग से कंसेप्ट मैप बन सकता है, सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टूल्स, यू कैन क्रिएट अ सेपरेट कंसेप्ट मैप, कंटेंट मार्केटिंग, सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग अलग कंसेप्ट मैप, कंटेंट मार्केटिंग अलग कंसेप्ट मैप. So
So all
you
are
can,
combined in a single.
yes,
All concepts are built and they are joined with the search engine optimization like that.
yes, yes. And I tell you, and this is an exercise also, that you can create a lot of cross links. I repeat, if you look at this slide, if you concentrate on these slides, you can make a lot of cross links between content marketing and social media marketing, between
Yes.
SEO tools and link building, between websites and SEO tools. मैं फिर से एक बार बोल देता हूं, because there are more than 24 or 25 student, sorry, faculties joined here. So one more time I'll repeat, social media marketing and content marketing, that there exists certain cross links. SEO tools and link building, you can create cross links, and websites and SEO tools, you can create certain cross links. So from this concept map, you can create 4 to 5 concept maps. It's there, it is always there. So I hope it's fine with you, and I'll
So it
proceed
may
with,
be unique one, huh, sir. So
huh?
different person can prepare different map also.
Yes, different person can see. It's not a mathematical example कि जहाँ पे right answer जो है ना वो एक ही आना चाहिए.
ऐसा नहीं है.
देखिए, I tell you one very simple fact. एक बहुत simple. Yes, it is good that you have raised the question. Thank you for that. See, हम जब मैथ्स का कोई एग्जाम्पल बच्चों को देते हैं, if there are 50 students, अगर उसका सही आंसर है 23, so out of 50, there may be 20, there may be 17 students जिनका आंसर सही आएगा. तो जिनका आंसर सही आ रहा है वो क्या है? 23, क्योंकि वो राइट आंसर है. अब बाकी जो स्टूडेंट्स है उनका जिनका आंसर राइट नहीं आ रहा है, सो व्हाट वुड बी देयर आंसर्स? इट कुड बी एनीथिंग देन 23.
हाँ, other than
किसी का 10 आएगा, किसी का 120, किसी का 117, किसी का -3, किसी का -50, किसी का 1000, किसी का 900 आ सकता है. तो जो रॉन्ग है, तो ये फैक्चुअल है, लेकिन प्लीज रिमेंबर my precise answer to your question. It's a knowledge representation tool. So when you are doing knowledge representation, obviously, if there are 4 groups working on a central theme, not necessarily that their concept maps will be same. They may not be look alike also. I repeat, they may be look alike also. Possible. But after the 4 groups actually come to you, you can assess them, because it's a assessment tool also. So assessment में अलग अलग है जिसका आपको, and then you can ask them to sit together and reframe their individual concept map to make it more content rich or knowledge rich. That is version 2.0. इसको और बढ़िया बना के लाओ. आप ये कर सकते हो और आपको ये करना चाहिए. उसके बाद अगेन 4 ग्रुप्स दे विल कम अप. फिर आप बोल सकते हो कि चारों ग्रुप साथ में बैठो, हर एक ग्रुप अपना प्रेजेंटेशन करेगा, और फिर इसका एक ही यूनिवर्सल कंसेप्ट मैप बना के लाओ. एंड देन दे मे क्वारल अमॉन्ग्स one another, but they may come up with one of the finest concept map. But you cannot say that yes, इसका एक ही concept map होना चाहिए. It's always yes, it's a knowledge representation tool. So different groups may have different methodology to represent the knowledge they have understood. वो जिस डेप्थ तक गए हैं, whatever depth they have acquired, they will represent accordingly. So the group which has gone farther in the depth, their concept map would be richer, not same, richer in nature. Is it fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. So let us have a very simple, जैसे हमने see that's why I kept this example. हमने क्योंकि स्कूल के बच्चों के लिए एटम इज मेड अप ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, एटम इज मेड अप ऑफ न्यूक्लियस, एटम इज इलेक्ट्रिकली न्यूट्रल. देखिए यहां पे ये खत्म हो जाता है, एटम इज इलेक्ट्रिकली न्यूट्रल, दैट्स ऑल. एटम इज मेड अप ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड न्यूक्लियस. तो ये मीनिंगफुल सेंटेंस बना. नाउ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैव negligible mass, that's all. Electrons which are negatively charged is indicated minus. Electrons revolve in orbits which are outside the nucleus. आपको ऐसे भी पढ़ सकते हैं, you can read like this also. Electrons revolve in orbits, that's all. One small sentence. Second sentence starts orbits which are outside the nucleus, that's all. और अब न्यूक्लियस पे आते हैं. न्यूक्लियस कंटेन प्रोटॉन्स प्लस न्यूट्रॉन्स, और प्रोटॉन्स विच आर पॉजिटिवली चार्ज इज इंडिकेटेड प्लस. और मैं ऐसे भी पढ़ सकता हूं, एटम इज मेड अप ऑफ न्यूक्लियस कंटेन्स प्रोटॉन्स विच आर पॉजिटिवली चार्ज इज इंडिकेटेड प्लस, दैट्स ऑल. और आई कैन रीड लाइक दिस ऑल्सो, न्यूक्लियस कंटेन न्यूट्रॉन्स विच आर नो चार्ज, mass of 1 unit. Or I can read protons and neutrons which have mass of 1 unit. एक देखिए दोनों का एक आ गया, mass of 1 unit, mass of 1 unit. So I am just combining protons and neutrons, या proton plus neutrons which have mass of 1 unit. Or I can read like this also, that electrons which are negatively charged, that's all. So you can make a lot of meaningful sentences will come out of this small concept map, which is a very basic one. So we discussed this search engine optimization, where there are multiple concept maps, part of one concept map, and we have a very fruitful discussion, and this is a simplest one. इससे ज्यादा आप simple नहीं बना सकते. It is very difficult to make simpler than this. There is a different concept called mind map. So I don't have much time, but within 5-10 minutes I'll wrap up. So mind map. So there are ideas like first idea, second idea, third idea, fourth idea. So you can make a mind map. So let us see the example only. So this is the example, project mind map. So project mind map, see, you can see the color coding, the size of the bubbles, they all are very effectively shown. So project mind map. So what we have in project mind map? Products, resources, goals and timetable. प्रोडक्ट्स में क्या है? प्राइसेस. प्रोडक्ट्स में क्या है? कस्टमर, सेल्स, रिव्यूज एंड मार्केटिंग. रिसोर्सेज में क्या है? बजट, पीपल, इक्विपमेंट, इंटरनल, एक्सटर्नल. गोल्स में क्या है? केपीआईज. टाइम टेबल के साथ क्या है? फेज 1, फेज 2, फेज 3, बीटा वर्जन. टाइम टेबल ऑल्सो है डेडलाइन. So this is one way I can just start my project mind map. So there is a थोड़ा तात्विक difference है between mind map and concept map. Otherwise they are look alike. They are similar in nature. Now the same project mind map I can effectively group. I repeat. So this is how you start your mind map. But you don't end up your mind map. So I said to sir that version 2.0. So what can be the version 2.0 for this? This is my version 2.0. अब देखिए यहाँ people जो है उसमें external internal आ गया, जो यहाँ पे resources के साथ था. Resources were had external and internal. यहाँ पे people में external और internal आ गया. So project mind map, goals. So goals में goal 1, goal 2, KPIs. Project mind map में timetable. With timetable there is a deadline, और deadline के साथ phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 बीटा आ गया. Which was not the case. टाइम टेबल के साथ फेज 1, फेज 2, फेज 3 बीटा डायरेक्टली ज्वाइन थे और डेडलाइन अलग से था. बट यहाँ पे आप देखिए विद टाइम टेबल इट इज डेडलाइन, एंड विद डेडलाइन इट इज बीटा, फेज 1, फेज 2, फेज 3. विद टाइम टेबल रिसोर्स अवेलेबिलिटी, which was earlier also. So there are certain where जहाँ पे आप इसको revise कर रहे हो, improvise कर रहे हो. There are certain जहाँ पे आप उसको improvise नहीं कर रहे हो. जैसे products. तो products में what we had customers, sales, reviews and marketing. So products के साथ prices और products के साथ reviews, marketing and customers. और prices के साथ sales. Sales जो directly था वो prices के साथ चला गया. So this is how I uh, improvise my project mind map. Anyway, so there are two types of concept maps. Spider, the central concept, free form approach, grows outward, and hierarchical. So what are the uses of concept map? The last leg of my presentation. In education, concept maps are used both as a learning tool and an evaluation tool to assess students' learning. Now this is important. Create connections between what students already know and new knowledge they acquire. So what they were already knowing and what new they have acquired. Now this is very important. You will not find this. This is only possible with tools like concept map. Organize knowledge around a subject for quick analysis. Quick analysis, one figure speaks 1000 words. Concept map के बारे में अगर मुझे बोलना हो तो one concept map speaks volumes for that particular central theme. So you can organize knowledge around a subject for quick analysis. You can assess students' understanding to see where their knowledge needs improvement. I give you that example. Yes, where they need improvement. You can also say that this group has gone farther in understanding in-depth knowledge. This group has not gone so farther in understanding the in-depth knowledge. You can differentiate and then you can invest more time, money and energy on those groups जिन्होंने less किया है. So this is one way, because in a class of 60 students or 70 students, we get a student of 85 percentage also and sometimes 55 percentage also. And it's not always that 55 percentage wala better concept पे लेके नहीं आएगा. In fact, the reverse can be true also. It is always possible. But yes, it's an assessment tool to also find the knowledge and where they needs improvement. You can conduct effective brainstorming around a topic. So अगर आपको brainstorming करना है, this is one of the finest tool we have. You can present complex concept in easily digestible way. You can organize instructional material for courses or curriculum. For curriculum, we have not, the university is not doing. आपका जो I have done it with the subjects which I'm teaching. So for curriculum, you can make concept map, and this may help you. If you take curriculum and then if you make lesson planning, if you take the curriculum, you make the concept map first, and if you make the lesson planning, I bet you your lesson planning would be different. I repeat, if you take the curriculum, first make the concept map and then devise your lesson planning, it would be certainly different than the conventional approach. Please remember, and you can try. And I would be happy to learn base for discussions among students. You can make it as a base for discussions. You can help identify valid and invalid ideas held by students. Sometimes students have misinformation. ये उसमें segregate हो जाएगा. Concept map will really make valid ideas hold strongly, invalid ideas getting vanished or getting submerged subsequently. You can help promote creative and critical thinking. See, what is creative thinking? जो नॉवेल लिखता है, जो पोएम लिखता है, जो क्रिएटिव फील्ड्स है, जो क्रिएटिव डिजाइन्स करता है, पेंटर है, स्कल्पचर है, आर्टिस्ट है, गायक है, ऑल दिस क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग. What is critical thinking? It's an engineering, problem solving approach. So if I want to promote creative and critical thinking among students, ये बहुत अच्छा. आपका obvious question होगा, you will say कि यार ये critical thinking in engineering, yes, problem solving approach we are understood. Engineering में creative thinking कहाँ आएगा? तो So if I want to promote creative and critical thinking both in among students, this is one good way. It can be used as an alternative to traditional note to write assignments kind of stuff. So आप इसको use कर सकते हैं note taking and writing assignments की जगह. It's an alternative approach in business. So I don't have much time. So concept maps are apt for business analysis, like uh, product marketing, business ideas, insights, charts, marketing analysis, strategies, new business concepts. You can create this. It helps with planning and drafting business documents and business presentations. Yes, it is one prominent way. In qualitative research, so concept maps in somebody, you have to mute your mics. Thank you. So concept maps in qualitative research are methodological research strategy. Why methodological? Because it really maps this qualitative research. It can be used to plan a presentation. Concept map is one of the finest way. Even for your DPCs, PhD DPCs, there are certain complex stuff or a flowchart is not serving the purpose. Please try concept map. It's my personal advice. You can it can help reduce voluminous text-based data. So it can help reduce voluminous text-based data into a manageable form without losing the meaning. Now this is important. Without losing the meaning. Concepts in a study and analyze themes. You can present findings in an effective way. That's what I said in DPC. You can present your findings in an effective way. So this is one way. So, what are the best practices for concept map? Stick with the hierarchical structure. Concept maps organize according to the hierarchy. Most general at the top, most specific coming down. Keep a single root concept. A concept map can have two root concepts also, but you can limit it to one so you can learn easily. On the other hand, two root concept may lead to confusing. It may give you some kind of confusion. These are good ideas. Color code your concept maps. So colors can help you distinguish concepts in different domains immediately. It doesn't make easier to read the map, but when it comes to recalling information, color coding actually plays a vital role. So when if I made a concept map some time earlier, and if I just want to recall the information stuff associated with those concepts, it is easier. Make sure linking phrases make sense. I already told you, and you can also use symbols like plus or percentage. Uh, the only bottom idea is using this linking phrase, it should make a sense and your concept map reads well. If it is reading well, fine. Always base your concept map on a focused question. Yes, single question, central idea, central theme, central stuff. You can link to further resources. If you are drawing your concept map based on mapping software, you can make it more resourceful. You can associate various figures or links or web pages with that. So why we need concept maps in educations? Because students are rote learners, ROTE. They are just memorizing definitions and statements instead of learning meaningfully. What is meaningful learning? Correlating new knowledge to previously learned. So students are rote learners. For them, it is one of the good way. Students are unable to recognize the key concepts and concept relationships needed in order to understand the material. The key concepts or concept relationships may not be clearly presented by the instructor. So this may help in laboratory to clear their doubts in theory sessions. Lack of connections between the concept areas. So a lot of stuff. The laboratories are complex information rich environments. Laboratories may, yes, it is there, in which the students may become overwhelmed in these efforts to process the information effectively. So this is one area, this is one zone where you can really make best use of this, because sometimes laboratory activities enhance this stuff that they initially think that yeah, it text based, it is lines, statements, they can mug up, they can remember, but when they start making concept map, this complex information rich environments becomes very understandable. You can consider creating concept map in lieu of written notes for quick and easy visualization. So effective way of for students to take notes. You can prepare lectures or presentation notes, quickly record and visualize brainstorming and discussion sessions using concept map. It's an alternative or addition to using outlines. And you can add relevant graphic to representations and written papers. So this is one way of doing it. So how to create concept map? What do you need? Materials, pencil, eraser or whiteout, large piece of blank papers, sticky notes, colored pencils, and source materials like books, journals, website URLs, lecture notes and all this. So you can make a concept map like photosynthesis. We already discussed a lot, so I will not. So this is from one of the finest inventors the 20th century had, Mr. Steve Jobs. He said innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. So thank you very much. I thank you all for your present uh, listening and supporting the 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 initiation which our principal sir has envisioned. He said, let us have this pedagogy lecture series. And I got this fortune to deliver two uh, lectures in the beginning, and I hope the faculties of this institute, which we call IIT Concord, will come up with great topics in lecture series. And one more time, thank you for finding me worthy to deliver this session on concept map. Thank you very much. And if time permits me or us, uh, I would be glad to answer the questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, any questions from any faculty?
Yes, sir. Just. Just give me, sir. Is it the code you wanted to see or the next one? Yes, yes. Okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, but you, yes, sir. Arey, sir, please. call.
Uh, yes.
In
Sure,
fact,
sir.
the attendance is the biggest certificate, and your blessings is one of the finest certificate I have already got. So, anyway, if you give me, it would be great pleasure for me. But thank you all. Thank you,
Thank you.
and we would like to have each one of you practicing this.